Well, we started a new project, if you can tell here. This is all rough cut oak from the sawmill, from our local sawmill. And this is all going to be new decking for our older trailer. So what we spent all day yesterday doing. It's been raining for a while, so ain't have much going on. We have a problem with a lot of the old rusted heads just snapping off. And then some of the boards were so bad that we actually just ripped them up through the heads. So we have to find a way to get all these screws out that I believe they're potentially just self-tapping metal screws. You just got to pre-drill them and then they cut their own threads into the C-channel or the I-beam there. But what we're going to do, we're going to redeck the whole trailer, and then we've got a brand new hoist showing up. And once the hoist gets here, we'll have a trailer that's prepared for the hoist. So what we're going to do today, we're going to work on getting all these screws out. And then I've got to work on cleaning the sawdust off the wood. And I've got to cut each board to 10 foot and make sure each end is true. And cut that off. And then I'm about to get up here now with a push broom, push all the sawdust on it. We're going to soak it down with Thompson's water seal, flip them over, soak that side down. We've been letting it dry for the last 24 hours with the big fan, letting it blow through, try to blow them all off, because these are not cured. These have been cut and they've been sitting, but they're not 100% dry. So we do know we're going to get shrinkage, so we have to kind of take that into account. But believe it or not, we got 24 boards that are 11 foot long, an 1.5 inches thick of solid oak. You wouldn't believe what we paid for it. A whopping $300. So it's a pretty good deal. So we're going to redeck the trailer. And then once the hoist gets here, we'll be mounting a new hoist to it. What? You want to go outside? You want to go outside? This is literally my every morning right here. Come on. Hey, doofus. There you go. That's Ginger, if anybody wants to know. And Mandy. There's Mandy. Where's Mandy at? There's Mandy. Oh! What you doing, man? My sweet girl. Oh, Mandy says, I'm old. I got gray in my beard. She's my sweet girl. I've had Mandy for about 11 years now, so. Her back legs are starting to hurt her. She's got a little bit more time left in her, but not much. Not much. We've had surgeries on the back legs, and we take medicine for the back legs, but we do what we can. We do what we can. So they come with me to work every morning. That way they have an easier life. I don't let them jump out of the truck anymore. I pick them up and put them in the truck. So, and I pick them up and take them down. So, cool. Well, I've got some orders I've got to pack up for some of y'all who had placed some orders. So I'm going to get started on my orders, and then we'll jump back into working on the trailer. Now that I got my orders done, we can get back to the job at hand and sweep all this stuck sawdust off here. We've already did the other side. And we'll get to lay down some Thompson's water seal. Cool, Michael. I think we're ready for some Thompson's water seal. I think we are ready, Freddy. Got us. Yeah. Good deal. Yeah, I come over here to turn my fan on, and the button won't work. So then I went and checked the breaker, and then I realized the emergency lights were on. The damn power's out. Good thing we're using brooms and rolling on stuff. We don't need no electricity right now. I just call that bad luck. I just call that bad luck. It's actually working pretty good. I'm excited for the hoist to show up.
Yeah. And Grumpy's gonna be here next Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
We might get a voice next Thursday.
That'd be funny.
Wouldn't it though?
I just got finished done coating both sides with Thompson's water seal. So I'm gonna let this side dry for about, I don't know, 30 minutes. Then I'm gonna stand them up on their ends. I'm gonna coat the ends of it, coat the sides of it. That way, those are good. Dad's over there working on chopping off all the stuck screws with the grinder. Don't fall now. We got all the bolts taken out, or at least cut off. Mike's working on steam cleaning all the dirt and all the grime off of it. Once the trailer dries out, we're gonna do some new black undercoating. Probably take a wire brush to any of the rusted spots, and we'll paint it black. Ain't gotta worry about none of the rust. But while he finishes that, I've been over here working on the drilling rig. I've got a handful of wrenches. I fixed the 2-inch hose that had a little bit of leak. That was the return line. We got this all done. So this is all freshly painted. Got some red urethane in there and decided to paint the old closet rack black. And then the radiator, touching up. They didn't paint the bottom of the radiator, so we decided to paint that, because that was gonna rust. Still gotta get to the top and touch that up. But I've got 2 hoses inside my control panel in here that are leaking. Let's see if I can show you. You see how this right here got some stuff dripping off of it right there. The rig ain't been running 2 days, and it's still got a little drip. So some of these are leaking. I got to figure out which one it is. I don't think they rebuilt any of these. They replaced all these. You can tell these are all brand new. So, but not too bad, not too bad. But we don't want any drips, any leaks. You can see I already got some hydraulic oil down there on that. So I want to make it all perfect. Perfectionist. So I'm gonna be working on that while Mike finishes up on the trailer. Alright, well, I got the drill rig all done. Now we're working on cleaning the edges of our boards here. Trying to get all the sawdust off of them, to where then I can go ahead and see this stuff like right here. Get that off. Now I can put Thompson water seal on the edges. Then we'll work on pulling the trailer back inside, since Mike's done with that now. And we'll I gotta lay a tarp out, keep a fan on, so I can put my underlayment, my undercoating on that thing. Getting them to look good though. Well, I finished with the wood. Now I got the trailer all cleaned off, got it all dried, so it looks pretty good. We took it down the road, drove it for about, I don't know, 5 miles one way and 5 miles back, got it pretty much dried off. So I'm gonna back it in now, and then we're gonna start the process of spraying some undercoating on it to clean up any spots like this. Got my big D-wall grinder here. Probably gonna swap out the head for this big 4-inch head from this one, and then it's actually just a big buffing grinder, but it ends up working pretty good. That way we can go in here and we can clean all this out. I just finished grinding the entire trailer. I didn't do like a crazy deep grind on it. I just tried to knock a lot of the high paint off of it and just knock some of the upper rust off. Our main duty was to try to grind the areas underneath the board, but I decided to pretty much hit the whole trailer. Took me about 45 minutes start to finish to do all the upper stuff, and then we're just gonna probably prime it with some red oxide primer, and then we'll probably just hit it with some rattle can black. But, you know, better than leaving it the way it was. Give it a little bit of love, especially since we have it all torn apart. What are you doing, big girl? Huh? What are you doing? We making too much noise for you? Huh? We making too much noise for you? She got attacked a couple years ago. Got a spot here that had kind of opened up on her. It's doing really good. Doing really good. Lucky to still have her. Lucky to still have her. She looked emaciated. She spent 21 days at the vet, and the vet was actually really good to me. They sewed her up, gave her antibiotics, 21 days at the vet for $986. So yeah, yep, that's almost unheard of, huh? Almost unheard of. Miracle dog. Miracle dog. You ready to go in? Come on, man. You fat and lazy girl. Come on. Super excited. Super excited. Go, go. Well, we just finished doing rubberized undercoating on all of the central beams. I don't know if y'all be able to see it, but basically that's kind of got that speckly stuff on it. Doesn't look pretty like paint, but it's supposed to help. So we're gonna get a couple more cans of undercoating for the I-beams on each end, and then I went ahead and took some primer since this had kind of all started to rust. I had hit it with the wire wheel and then I primed it, so I got to let my primer dry, and then I'm gonna hit all these areas with some rattle can black and make it look good. So we've pretty much done what we can for today because we've exhausted Napa's supply of rubberized undercoating. They've got to order more, and then we'll go get us about 4 cans of rattle can black and dress the trailer up a little. We got all the wood completely covered in Thompson water seal, top, bottom, and sides. So we're pretty much good there. So now all we got to do is wait. Give it a day of drying, and we'll start putting the boards down. But I think tomorrow we're talking about going and cutting a hole in the ground, so we'll be able to run the drill rig and see how that works, and hopefully everything works good on it. I believe we've got all of the possible leaks fixed. We worked on that a little bit in between throughout the day because it's been raining off and on. It's still, I don't know if y'all can see, it's still pretty dark clouds outside. So, but we're gonna go out hopefully and find a well right on the side of a driveway that we don't have to mat it in too far. See our big hose? This used to be 3/4 inch. Now we've got big old 1-inch hose, and we've got extension in our water truck if we need to. Had to upgrade to bigger water fittings on it. That'll be unique. Painted our casing halves, the ones that we don't use that frequently, and we got our regular one there. And that's our setup, so that'll be good. Got our foam injection here. Sit our foam jug there and feed what we need to. The valve on the foam injection was getting a little frustrating on the other pump, so hopefully this one won't be so bad. We can crack it when we need foam, and then it'll just pull it in slow and steady. Before, it would like pull it in and then it would stop, and then pull it in and stop, so you'd have to sit over here and bump it and then bump it and bump it. You feed too much foam to it and then the hole gets foamy and not liquidy. You want to have a little bit of liquid and a little bit of foam. It's a happy medium you have to achieve. But that's only when we set in casing. So it'll be good to knock all the rust off the drill rods, knock the rust off the hammer, put a new bit on the hammer, and just overall make sure all of our tools still fit, since the drilling table is nice and tight now. So cross our fingers and hope everything still fits. But I'm excited for it. Well, I'm gonna end the video here, so thank y'all for watching. This is just a typical shop day when it's raining. Find stuff to do, anything you can do. Getting everything ready through the summertime season, you know. Once we start drilling again, I'll put some feelers out, start looking for another employee, and probably hire somebody. Got to find that right person though. So I'll see y'all on the next one.